A crowd of people rushed to Homer's house. Since the impoverished Homer had pledged to donate $10,000, he was being interviewed by a TV station.
Homer Simpson.
The host, Betty, immediately demanded that Homer hand over the donation. However, Homer couldn't come up with that much money, so he came up with a plan to kill someone. Homer thought that this would solve all his problems, but Betty saw right through him and exposed his plan.
Get him, boys.
Before long, Homer found himself surrounded by an angry mob. Driven by desperation, Homer began a frantic escape. It seemed as if everyone held a personal grudge against him. Even the Teletubbies joined in and started attacking him. Homer ducked into a narrow alleyway. Eventually, Homer fled to a church. He pleaded with the missionary Rupert to save his life.
Please tell me, I'll do anything. I'll light a candle. I'll help with your next charity scam.
In the end, Homer was rescued. However, the mob was still outside. When they saw a car pulling out of the church, they blocked its path. Rupert managed to lie, claiming he was just heading out to take out the trash. Afterward, Homer was put on a plane and sent to the South Pacific to serve as a missionary. Just as Homer stepped off the plane, a butterfly landed on him. To his horror, the butterfly burrowed directly into his body. There were other missionaries on the island as well, but they said their goodbyes to Homer almost immediately. The islanders lived in poverty and backwardness. There wasn't even any beer, which was Homer's favorite thing in the world.
God, oh God, oh God, oh God! Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God!
Out of sheer boredom, Homer resorted to licking toads. When he licked a red toad, however, Homer was poisoned. In his delirium, he thought he heard Marge's voice.
Huh? What is it?
It turned out to be the radio.
Marge!
Homer's family missed him dearly. They were incredibly proud of him for serving as a missionary on the island. Their words sparked a desire within Homer to change the island for the better. After hanging up the phone, he suddenly spotted another toad. Homer then began to teach the islanders about faith. Surprisingly, however, the townspeople began to mimic Homer's old bad habits and gestures instead. Homer had no choice but to pull out the Bible to teach them properly, but he soon found it difficult to believe the very words he was speaking. Consequently, he shifted his focus to teaching the people how to build houses. After a month of hard work, Homer grew to love the little town. Suddenly, a plane appeared in the sky.
Hey, stop! Get me off this stinking rock! Anyhow,
The construction was finally finished. As it turned out, the building was actually a casino. The facility even stocked Homer's favorite beer. Homer invited the people to enjoy themselves to their heart's content. But in the blink of an eye, a riot broke out. The alcohol and delicious food had caused the people to descend into depravity. Feeling consumed by guilt, Homer began to build a church. Soon, the townspeople rushed over to help him. The church was finally completed. As the church bell began to ring,
crank up the volume! You hear me, Lord? Homer's doing your work!
the sound grew louder and louder. The vibrations caused a landslide. An earthquake struck the island. The church slowly began to sink into the molten lava, and Homer was still inside.
This looks like the end!
As it turned out, everything Homer went through was being broadcast on a TV show. To boost ratings, Betty let the audience pay to decide whether Homer lived or died. In the end, someone donated $10,000.
$10,000? You've saved my network!
Wouldn't be the first time.